I'm Tim, the camera guy.
Are you looking for a fast, fun, and baked recipe for your whole family to use? Well, it's been found. We have a simple and inexpensive recipe that requires very little time, and it was actually even used by a lady out of Maryville in the Pillsbury Bake Off in 1990. It's quoted on the Pillsbury website as even being a fan favorite. The recipe today that we're going to be doing is for funfetti cookies. This recipe has been a complete time and lifesaver for me, trying to juggle school, work, and personal life. In search for a recipe for a bake sale that I was doing, I stumbled upon this, realized it was really easy, and I've also used it for like school events, parties, holiday parties, and for volunteer work too. So this quick, simple, easy cookie recipe is so tasty that it can fit into anyone's lifestyle and be used for any event. So to get a better idea of how to make these yummy cookies, we're going to look at the ingredients, the baking instructions, and some of the alternatives that we can use to make this really yummy funfetti cookie. According to the Merriam-Webster dictionary, a cookie is a small, flat, slightly raised cake. So what better way to make a cookie than by using the cake mix? So with just 3 simple ingredients, 2 of which you already probably have at home, we are going to make funfetti cookies. What you need is a box of funfetti cake mix. You're going to need 2 eggs, which I have, they're already mixed up, and a bottle of cooking oil. And you're going to use 1/3 cup of cooking oil. Now, the cake mix runs you about $1 at the grocery. The bottle, also $1 for a whole bottle, and you're looking at probably $1.50 for a dozen eggs. So we had about $3.50 worth of ingredients that we're going to use to make this really awesome dessert. So some of the baking steps we're going to do are we're going to preheat the oven to 375 over here. Then we're going to mix all the ingredients into a really large bowl. So put in the funfetti mix, the cake mix, and the eggs. Mix it up until it's well combined. It does take a little bit more time. Alright, so with this, you're going to take the mixture and you're going to make small 1-inch balls, and you're going to put them on your cookie sheet. Now this recipe can make up to 3 dozen cookies. So you're obviously going to need more than 1 cookie sheet, so you'll want to make several, and it's actually a time saver if you use more than 1 cookie sheet. That way you can bake them all at the same time. So from this, you're going to make the little balls, and then you're going to get a glass, put a little flour at the bottom of it, and then smash them out. And it probably will stick. You just want it to get flat, and you're going to do all of them. And you would fit the whole pan, line up as many as you can, and you're going to put these into the oven. And these bake for 6 to 12 minutes, or until they're golden brown around the edges. Okay. So after we've baked and cooled our cookies, comes the really fun part. This is where we get to do all the alternative ways of decorating cookies. So some of the ones I've chosen to do right here. Like this is what one of the plain cookies would look like. This is a little bit larger than normal, so obviously this bake wouldn't do a 3 dozen bake, but probably still could get 2 dozen out of that. But some of the things that you could do would be icing. Just get you a regular tub of icing and some food coloring. And you do different colors, just follow the directions on the box. And you could do that for certain holiday ones like I've done here with the candy canes, or for sporting events, things like that. Other things you could do would be melted chocolate, candy, or sprinkles. Or you could also do really great shapes, like I did there with the candy cane. There's also a Christmas tree and a very generic, just a star. So those are really great. So now that we've looked at how to successfully bake and decorate the cookies, let's just look back real quick. We've taken 3 ingredients. We did 4 simple steps. The total process overall would probably take you about 20 to 25 minutes. That's including the cooling time and then the decorating time. And we used $3.50, not including our decorations, which are optional, to create a really great dessert that you can use for any occasion. I hope this really cheap and simple recipe is one that you can use, and that you can use it as an alternative to just going to the grocery and buying a store-bought cookie. It's even been said by the famous American chef James Baird that he is still convinced that a good, simple, homemade cookie recipe is preferable to any store-bought cookie that you can find. So hopefully this recipe is one that works for you, your family, and the event that you choose to use it for.